The Santa Clara Sheriff's Office is trying to keep fentanyl out of a jail in Milpitas after a bunch of overdoses there.
More than a dozen inmates overdosed on the drug in just 1 week. Ground Force Michael Thomas is live at that Elmwood jail in Milpitas with the latest. Morning, Michael.
Hey, good morning, everyone. You know, there were a total of 15 people involved in these overdoses and exposures, and 2 of which were actually staff members here of the Elmwood facility. It's now leading to the Santa Clara Sheriff to open an investigation to really find out just exactly who and why these drugs are being brought in. Let's get into some videos. We talk about the situations that have happened. They've all really happened over the last week. Now, according to officials, the first incident happened last Wednesday. That was on March 8th. It resulted in 2 inmates having to be revived with Narcan, which is a medical drug used to rapidly reverse an opioid overdose. Now, during that incident, the deputy on scene began to show signs of exposure to fentanyl and was taken to the hospital for treatment. He, however, is doing fine as of today. But that following day, which is last Thursday, March 9th, another inmate began acting erratically. Deputies on staff believe that that person was under the influence of an unknown drug, and that led to Narcan being administered and that inmate going to the hospital. Now, at that exact same time, they had another situation, in the similar area where another inmate was found not breathing and unresponsive. That led to both CPR and Narcan being administered. Now, the 2 staff nurses that were assisting with that situation, they began feeling symptoms of fentanyl exposure, and they were taken to the hospital for treatment. And since that situation last Thursday, 9 more of these incidents have occurred. That's according to the sheriff. Now, the sheriff's office says that according to test results, all of these medical emergencies are being traced back to fentanyl. The Elmwood facility has taken extraordinary measures, and they're doing multiple facility searches along with additional welfare checks. Now, the sheriff says that during these welfare checks and during these searches, they've actually found additional drugs inside the facility on top of those fentanyl exposures that they saw over the last week. So ultimately, he says this investigation, they really want to find out just exactly who's doing it, how it's getting in here, and also they are suggesting criminal charges be filed against anybody who's involved in this situation. And as we know here at Ground 4, we're talking about fentanyl. Right now, it's one of the leading causes of death across the country from people ages 18 to 45.